Here is the latest DCU information that is floating around the internet. Big report! Warner Brothers is out of money and will release no new films until late 2024 or early 2025. Holy crap. This all makes sense. Let's talk about this latest rumor. So there is a report that came out floating around, and I think Sil was the one who kind of broke this yesterday, was that Warner Brothers Discovery is so out of money and that they're going to be trying to save money for the next 12 to 24 months to try to get back in the black, that they will not be releasing any new superhero films until late 2024 or early 2025. Now, they are going to release the last 4 films that they have planned for this year. But after that, as you know, no new movies have been announced or even scheduled, except for the Joker 2 and the Batman 2. But we're going to address both of those as well. There is a danger that those may not be coming out as well. I personally think those 2 are still going to come out because I don't think they can really go a year, 2 years without a DC superhero film if they want to stay in the race. And that is because there is definitely superhero fatigue going on. The MCU has realized this, and they are cutting down on their stuff as well, both on Disney Plus as well as what is going to be released in theaters. And I've already mentioned this in the past. I personally think DC and Warner Brothers, they've squandered their opportunity to be on top. It's never going to happen at this stage. And it's sad because they have the most well-known superheroes in the entire world, and they didn't capitalize on them because they were run by complete morons. And I still think they're run by probably morons. Now, we won't know until James Gunn releases his 10-year plan, but from what I'm seeing, I'm not real hopeful. But we have the 4 films coming out this year. And for people to understand how films are made, Hollywood does not bankroll movies. Investors do. And investors want a return on their investment as quickly as they can upon release. And so they have no choice but to release the next 4 films because those investors want their money back. So Warner Brothers Discovery or Warner Brothers didn't front the movies or the money for any of those films. The investors did. And they want a return on their investment. And at this stage, they cannot cancel those 4 films. Otherwise, I think David Zaslav probably would have taken another tax write-off on those as well. I do believe that they are going to finish out this universe and be done with it and move in a completely different direction. But this brings up some interesting possibilities. So this also tracks as to why Wonder Woman 3 got canceled and is no longer moving forward, why they stopped and decided not to do Man of Steel 2 or come out with any of these new movies that were being rumored. Also, you can consider the Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton because there are reports that came out that said, yes, Warner Brothers Discovery did in fact cancel a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton. So this all tracks that they don't want to put any more money into movies so that they, in an effort to save money, to go back in the black before they start producing anything else. That means James Gunn is going to be releasing a slate that won't go into production until at least sometime in early 2023. Pre-production will begin on a lot of that stuff, but there won't be any filming at all, and there probably won't be any bankrolling or investors investing in these films until at least the beginning of 2023. And on average, it takes about 2 years to release a film, which would put this into about 2025. Now, if Zaslav goes with a cheaper budget, they may have these films come out late 2023 or late 2023, early 2024. But more than likely, we won't see anything big until at least 2025, which is, well, not late 2023, sorry. We won't see anything until 2025. There's no question about it. With it being, I keep thinking we're still in 2022, but we are clearly in 2023. And so that means nothing will go into early production until early 2024, which means 2025 or 2026 until we get these new DC films. And it's a shame that it's come to this. It really is. But I'll tell you what, Wonder Woman 3 would have been massively profitable. Man of Steel 2 would have made them a fortune. The standalone Batman film with Michael Keaton, a Deathstroke film, would have been gold. Or a Batman-Superman team-up film would have been gold. Now, I have people constantly come at me saying how horrible Batman vs. Superman was received. There were reasons for that. The studio butchered that film before it was even released. There was at least a half an hour cut out that was added into the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition is way better than what was released in theaters. It's actually it's my second favorite superhero film right behind Zack Snyder's Justice League. So if these films would have been given a chance, yes, they would have fared much better. But if you do it right, people are going to go see it. Now, some people believe that the Batman 2 is going to be canceled. Not canceled, but moved out and pushed out further because of this same thing, which doesn't make sense to me. They're already filming the Joker sequel, so that's going to get released in 2024. And if they do production on the Batman 2 now, that could also get released in 2024. So we could have the 4 films this year, 2 the next year, and then possibly some early releases in 2025. That's what makes the most sense to me, financially and from the standpoint of them trying to make money. Now, the Batman didn't make nearly as much money as people think it did. I mean, it made nowhere near the amount of money that Batman vs. Superman, Aquaman, or those films made. It just didn't make as much as those films. And the advertising, I'd really like to know what the advertising, I've got to do some research to find out what the advertising budget was on the Batman. I have never seen Warner Brothers ever back a film like they did the Batman. And it did fizzle out quite quickly. It was a long film. It was not the most engaging film. And as a Batman fan, first and foremost, above all the other characters in DC, it's a very flawed Batman film. I still enjoyed it, and I get flack for that, for saying I enjoyed it. But I did. I enjoyed it. But there has to be major growth with the character in the next film. And he still, Matt Reeves still has yet to sit down with James Gunn and kind of flesh things out. So there's lots of moving pieces right now. And this, again, you could put all of this in the rumor category, but it makes 100% sense that they're going to push back. And investors are not investing in Warner Brothers Discovery right now. And we're going to see what goes on for the rest of the year. But I do know HBO Max and Discovery Plus at some point this year are going to combine into one service. And supposedly the name of that is going to be Max, which I think is kind of ridiculous. Or Max Plus or something like that. Who knows, but that's coming. They're also going to want to charge more than what you're paying for HBO Max as it is now, and I think that they're asking for a lot. And if you haven't seen it, I had a couple of reviews go up today for Mayor of Kingstown Season 2, Episodes 1 and 2, and I also had a review go up for The Last of Us Episode 2, both spoiler-free, and I'll be keeping up with those shows going forward, so I will be, doing reviews on all of those as well. I do appreciate the support. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You will be notified as videos go up. And please, if you watch the video and you liked it, please hit that like button. YouTube likes that. They will advertise my video more if more people like it, if more people comment, if more people put on that notification bell. All right, we're in this together. I will be back with a new video as soon as new information comes out. I expect this week to be a big week, so stick to my channel, and I will be doing videos as all of this stuff gets released. We'll see you on the next one.